This is Paul Kill. He is on the cover of the March 2021 Around Canton magazine. Hi, it's Selena Metter with Century 21 Connect Realty for Around Canton magazine. I am here with Paul Kill. He is a financial representative for the Piedmont Group. Finance and wealth management can be a very confusing subject, and to the average person like me, it can be a daunting task.
Yeah.
There's so many strategies for business and for individual financial futures. So how do you make things simple for someone like me
Sure.
who doesn't really have the experience and know-how on how to navigate for their financial future?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So there's 6 ways that we help individuals like yourself, and we make it as simple as possible. And those 6 main areas are in retirement, education planning for those that have children or grandchildren, risk management, and the simplest way to explain risk management is, if something were to happen to you, what would you like to leave your family and those that you love? So like life insurance, disability, long-term care planning, or long-term care services, to where if you see the longevity of your family history being living into their late 80s and 90s, we go, hey, let's plan for it today, because it can be very expensive. Then there's tax planning. We're not a CPA firm, but there are things that we're going to help support you to make sure that your assets are protected. And then estate planning. Again, we're not an attorney firm that writes wills and trusts, but we're going to support you and connect you with those attorneys that do that. And then lastly is to make sure that your money's working for you in the simplest way possible.
So there's this common misconception. I have to have a lot of money already to be able to work with a financial strategy representative, right?
Sure.
How do you approach that whenever you hear this?
That is a great question. And for us at the Piedmont Group, what we do for individuals like yourself is say, hey, how do you think that individual got to where they were? And it didn't happen overnight. And so we want to help you put the strategies in place to help you get there and the best way possible for you. And more importantly, to make sure that those are your goals and your strategies. And we're just supporting you along the way.
So tell me about how being on the cover of Around Canton magazine has made an impact on your interaction with the community.
Well, it really blew me away. I never realized the impact that it did have or would have. Just when the cover came out, I was getting text messages, I was getting phone calls from just people in my neighborhood that were like, oh my gosh, we didn't realize we had a celebrity in our neighborhood. And it was very humbling. But at the same time, it helped me realize now I'm even more so put under a microscope to go, hey, am I standing behind my integrity and my character, that I'm always putting myself out there in the public? Now I have to live even more so by it. And so it was humbling, but the explosion of opportunity that's happened since then.
So what made you decide to choose Around Canton magazine as part of your marketing plan?
I think it was the relationships that I've built with Roundabout Media, local media specifically, and the individuals there that really supported what I believed in, and I saw what they were doing, that I said, hey, this is a team that I want to work with and I want to be a part of. And what a better way for the community to get to know me and for me to get to know the community.
It sounds like you've really found your voice in using finance as a way to be a part of Canton and the surrounding areas. What is your mission and I guess your message for the community as a financial representative?
Wow, that's a really good question. I think for me, it's we came through a pandemic last year, and a lot of people were hurt by it. But I think what's even more so exciting is the stories that I can share with people that are successful because of the pandemic. They were willing to see what was happening and going, hey, this isn't going to stop us. This is actually a starting point for us to build our business from. And it's been amazing to see the journey of those companies grow and to support them, but also to pick up those that weren't expecting what's happened and to help them survive and thrive through the opportunities that are coming.
This is Paul Kill. He is on the cover of the March 2021 Around Canton magazine. So if you see a familiar face in your mailbox, this is him. I thank you so much for taking your time today.
Thank you, Selena.
To work with me and to work with Around About Local Media and to be on the cover of Around Canton magazine.
Thank you, Selena.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.